Hey guys, Pastor Tanner here. I've got another sleeper resource for you, but this one's not in Logos. It's actually utilized as a supplement to a feature or function already in Logos. Yes, this is when you're actually digging into the quotes of a particular early church father or author, okay? Now, we all know a function in Logos Bible software in the passage guide that helps us dig into early Christian literature. Let me show you. Now, the function I'm referring to is here in the passage guide. If I open up the passage guide here and I go Matthew 5, 8 to 12, for example, and you scroll all the way down, not to the very bottom, but pretty low, you're going to see this function called ancient literature, okay? Open that up, and you are getting where the apostolic and early church fathers quote anything from your passage. This is so helpful when you're doing background research. You can see if they make a quote of it, an allusion, an echo, etc. But I got to thinking as I was utilizing this function, is this really capturing every quote or allusion within the early church fathers? After all, allusions and beyond are sometimes really difficult to navigate because they can be very subjective. You know, is this truly an allusion? Is it not? Many scholars aren't really sure. And so I came across another resource that I was pointed in the direction of from G.K. Beale, okay? He pointed me to this resource. This is in his handbook of the New Testament use of the Old Testament. I'll just show you real quick. And right here in his handbook, the New Testament use of the Old Testament, I was reading through this, and he had a recommendation of a resource that I hadn't heard before. What I'll tell you right now, it is on my shortcut toolbar because I think it supplements this passage guide function of the ancient literature so well. This resource is called the Biblindex, okay? The Biblindex, all right? If you want to code this in your own Logos, all you have to do is open this on another screen and then drag and drop right here this into your shortcut toolbar, and it'll go there and it will actually book it as a quick hot link, okay? Now, what is the Biblindex? What they've done is they've gone into all of the early church fathers and they've tried to code them for where they quote or allude to specific Bible passages. Now, if you'll read right here, it says they've done Western and Eastern texts up to the first 3 centuries and a little bit of the following century. So it's certainly not exhaustive, but if you utilize this along with the ancient literature function in Logos Bible software, you're going to be able to get all of those hits you're looking for. In order to use this website, all you need to do is click Search Form right here, and it's going to load up this form. Now, this is a little bit counterintuitive to use, so I'm going to show you how to do it for the specific passage we've already identified, Matthew chapter 5, verses 8 to 12. Now, the first thing you need to do is specify your Bible reference here. So you come down here to all books, and I'm going to change that to Matthew. And then you come here, and we're going to go Matthew chapter 5, starting in verse 8. But you might be tempted to put 12 right here in the next box. You would be wrong. Instead, you need to put the chapter again. So if you're referencing the same chapter, you need to put chapter 5 again, and then you put verse 12. Once you've done that, you need to go ahead and hit this plus sign so it adds it to your search function. Otherwise, it won't have it locked in. So go ahead and hit the plus sign, and there you're good to go on your actual Bible references. Now, I want you to know down here in this section 3, this is all about selecting the corpus. So you can pick a particular early church father. There are a lot of options here, but what I like to do is just search for all. So I click all right under here. And I don't want to designate anything else, anything separate, okay? You can, of course, dig in further detail if you're trying to search a specific author or a work. Also, I want you to know you can use clavis numbers in here, okay? So all of these, if you're familiar with them, this allows you to search particular Latin works or Greek works, etc. But I just want everything, so I'm not going to designate anything there. I hit the plus sign right here, and now it's going to search all authors. Now, if you notice in the upper right corner, I have the green light. I'm ready to go. This is 615 results, so just go down here and hit search. Okay, there you go. You can see it breaks it down into many different categories, and it does it for each individual verse. So here's verse 8. All of the references, verse 9, verse 10, all the way through verse 12. And so if I go here to the Alexandrian corpus, I can click to the left of Athanasius here, and it's going to expand it. And look, it notes 4 works that are referenced by Athanasius when it comes to Matthew chapter 5, verses 8 to 12. Let's go ahead and compare that to what we got in Logos Bible software. Notice here in Logos Bible software, under Church Fathers, I go down to allusions, And underneath Athanasius, I do not have 4 separate works. Instead, I have 3 separate works. So notice that the supplement is helpful because it has targeted something that Logos Bible Software didn't note in the ancient literature section. And so now you can utilize both in order to try and dig in further into your research. Before you go, I just want to show you how I actually navigate to each of these resources. You can do a couple of things. The first thing that I did when I got a hit was I actually just took this title and I tried to throw it into my library. But unfortunately, this title is not in English. So you're going to get mixed results. Sometimes you'll actually find this, but sometimes you won't, okay? And you can see I got no hits for the Epistulae Festiales. Now, I don't speak Latin. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to be honest. I just went and typed this into Google. So once I typed that into Google, I realized in English, these are Athanasius's festal letters, okay? The festal letters of Athanasius. And so then I can just come up here and type festal, and boom, I recognize that I actually have these, and I can navigate to them specifically. And then all I have to utilize are the chapter and verse references that are given in the Biblindex. One other way you could search these is to just open the search box itself, and you could also search all of your books for this particular Latin phrase. Once I did this, I was also able to look through and find some of the hits that I got, and it was able to help me navigate to exactly what I was looking for. So that's just a couple ways of figuring out where you're going. And that's it, guys. That's how I utilize this resource, the Biblindex, recommended by G.K. Beale, in conjunction with the ancient literature section in Logos Bible Software to ensure I don't miss a single allusion when I'm studying the early church fathers and their references to the Bible. Hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for supporting our Pastor Tanner YouTube channel, and make sure you click our links to Logos down below in order to give me a small commission if you want to support the channel. Appreciate you all very much. Take care. God bless. Bye.